Hi Capricorn, thank you for tuning in. This is your monthly love reading for the month of April. Let's see what we have for Capricorn for April. Okay. Okay. So the first thing that popped out at me was speed. Either you are rushing to make a decision or something has happened quite quickly and you're not sure how to, maybe, there we go. And you're not quite sure what to do with all of this. So I have, this is again what I can see from the reading. Three of Swords, so you were healing, or there was a point where you were kind of sad about something, right? You may have felt left behind or alone, and this created perhaps tensions with others, more so tension within yourself. I'm getting more sadness than tension. And let me take a look. Let me just take a little longer to look at this. I'm getting a lot of, with this reading, I'm not getting so much what happened or what kind of situation you're in, as much as I'm getting, release fears that are holding you back. Speak your mind, be assertive, be confident. Don't underestimate yourself. Listen to your intuition, have patience, right? Carefully review your options. Think things through carefully. So I'm getting more guidance and more advice here than I am of your situation. So I guess that means that this month for April, Capricorn, you may be in a place of sadness or feeling a bit down, a bit blue, right? The center card, the High Priestess, so follow your intuition and be connected, be grounded, and be connected. I'm going to stick with that. Be connected with yourself, and don't make decisions based on feeling sad. Don't make decisions based on feeling like, don't cling too much to anything external to make you feel better, right? Because if you want to lift your spirits, or if you want to feel better about a situation, circumstance, about a partner, about dating, about your single life, it needs to start within yourself, right? Queen of Wands, which is Queen of Fire in this deck. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence. Stretch your wings. Don't stay too long in this place of grieving. Whether you're grieving the end of a relationship, whether you're grieving letting go of something, whether you're grieving being single, whether you're grieving whatever this sense of loss or this sense of sadness or whatever it is that you need to heal, right? It's nothing that you will do on the outside is going to help that, right? Nothing, you can go out with friends and you can connect with family and you can keep in touch with perhaps this love interest or this past love interest, or perhaps you are would like to get involved with someone who might not feel the same. None of these external circumstances, whether they change or not, are going to really change how you feel on the inside, right? Yeah, I'm getting more that it's emotional sadness, that it's because there can be mental sadness too, where you're just your thoughts are getting to you and they're bringing you down. This is really like a heart. Your heart needs mending or healing. Again, not all of you, but just as a general reading. And I have here the Six of Cups, Six of Water in this deck. What's sticking out to me is you may be holding on to an ideal or a hope or a possible chance. You may be holding on to a past lover. You may be holding on to a potential love interest. You may be holding on to an idea of what you feel your current circumstance or situation in terms of love should be like. It shouldn't be like this. It should be like this. Or why am I feeling this way when my circumstance situation may not reflect that? Right? So you may be holding on to something, and whatever it is you're holding on to, it's bringing you down. Or it's not, no, let me rephrase that. It's not bringing you down, but you're holding on to this idea as if you want it to help raise your vibration. You know, you're holding on to this idea in the hopes that maybe it will make you feel better and relieve this, how down you've been feeling, right? But think things through carefully, because at the end of the day, let's say, for example, your love situation tomorrow magically manifests how you would like it to be, externally, I mean, it's not going to change how you feel on the inside. Don't cling too much to that idea that if this person comes around, or if I meet the one, or if I'm single and I'm no longer having to be in this situation anymore, you may be fooled into thinking that everything will be better, but that lingering feeling on the inside needs to be healed from the inside, right? External circumstances may make it better, but that's not where the work starts. And I keep getting here intelligent, you know, professional, brilliant. I mean, it's there. You can do this, and you know you can do this, and you know you can get through whatever bump you're going through now. But I feel like holding on to this ideal, to this possible fantasy, is keeping you from moving forward. So try to release that. Or at least, I'm not saying release hope, but at least try to, from what I'm getting from this reading, try to be mindful that it is simply a hope. And it is okay to swim in fantasy, but making that the sole source of healing, happiness, or moving forward can be harmful and detrimental. I'm not getting that you're fighting anything. I'm not getting that you're resisting anything. I'm just getting that you're putting too much hope and too much value on something that doesn't exist. At least not yet. And yeah, and it's bringing you down. I wish this could be a little more positive, Capricorn. Again, this doesn't apply to everyone, right? This is just for those that may need to hear what this reading has to show. So if that's not the case, it's wonderful. But nonetheless, keep in mind that holding on to something that doesn't exist in the here and now is already an attachment to something that does not exist, right? And this attachment to something that does not exist may be creating real-time side effects, which I'm getting as hopelessness or sadness, not disappointment, so much just why can't I be there? You know, you're looking at where you want to be from a distance and you're not there and you don't understand. You may not understand why. So you may need to reevaluate being so attached to this ideal and also question yourself, well, why is this my ideal? Why do I want to be there so bad? Why can't I feel right now how I imagine I would feel if I were in that circumstance, in those ideal circumstances or in that ideal situation? So what is lacking? And don't try not to mistakenly think, well, it's because of XYZ, it's because I'm single, it's because I'm in this relationship, or it's because my partner's not the way I want them to be. Try to reevaluate that frame of mind, and it will influence your state of being. Nevertheless, it will broaden your perspective. You will see a little bit more objectively. Because right now what I'm getting is you're just holding on to, something. And you may even be aware that you're holding on to this. You may even be aware that it is a fantasy and you don't want to let it go. Why let go of this ideal? You know, why let go of this fantasy? It's so wonderful. And it may be, but it may also make your current circumstance situation seem less than it is. I have here suddenness, something that happens quickly, and time is of the essence here. And these are both knights, so Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, and they're surrounding the Six of Cups, which is this attachment, right, to whatever it is. So it is possible that you're quick to attach to this ideal and quick to let it go, right? It's like you can fantasize and be so attached to this ideal and wanting so desperately to live in this fantasy. And at the same time, on the other hand, you can also be hard on yourself and, oh, what a ridiculous fantasy for me to even have. And you can throw it away and be sad and disappointment and go back to this place of feeling down, right? Kind of a black and white. I guess some guidance for that would be to be assertive and realize that this fantasy is, you know, it's possible to be true, but it's also not possible. So accept all the possibilities. I feel like you're clinging to one or the other. It's black or white. It's either or, right? And it may be, you may be teetering between attaching to this ideal and detaching completely from it. You need to find a healthy balance that this is my ideal and I'm going to work towards that, but I also realize that it may not manifest entirely how I envision, right? And this is going to take some reflection on your part. You know, why am I so attached again to this ideal? And if I can't have it as the way I imagine it, why do I want to throw it all away? It's a kind of perfectionism as well. What is perfectionism? You want everything to be perfect because it may seem that one flaw or one problem disrupts the entire image of, or by image I don't mean physical image, by image of the entire image of how you imagine things to be, right? And try to remind yourself that no, it may not be perfect, but it doesn't mean that it's not valuable or that it may not serve a purpose. So I feel like by accepting that things may not fall into place as ideally as you would like, by accepting that, you will by accepting that things may not be in the ideal shape or form, you accept that as it is, and you will become grateful for having what you have. So if you're single, you will accept that, what, I may not find, a year from now, 10 years from now, or ever, this ideal person I have in my mind, I may not find them. But I will be grateful for anyone that comes along and helps me have a loving experience or loving relationship. If you have a love interest who may not reflect those feelings, yes, I may not start a relationship with this person, but I'm grateful that I'm able to feel this love towards someone, because it feels good to feel love. If I'm in a relationship and it's not where I want it to be, or there's bumps in the road, I'm grateful that I have someone to work on a relationship with. You know what I mean? Try to find things you're grateful for. And I feel like this sense of sadness, this sense of almost even maybe desperation will evaporate, right? Release that attachment to this ideal. Because it's never as bad as you can make it seem. You can make it seem so bad or so great. And on some level, I feel like this. You are aware that you can inflate things or make them seem smaller than they are. But try to accept both at the same time. It can be this, it can be that. Yeah, Capricorn, that's what I'm getting from this reading in particular. I feel like some of you need to hear that. And all the while, have your head high as well. Don't feel like accepting that you may never have this ideal, this perfectionism, that you must walk around with your head low, hanging low. Because nothing is perfect, no one is perfect, and no situation. If it feels or seems perfect, it's just because how we perceive it to be. We perceive it to be so great that this moment is perfect. I don't care if, X, Y, and Z, there's a train in the background that's breaking the silence, or that, you just sneeze and a boogie flew out of your nose. I mean, this moment is perfect because you feel so great. So focus on that. There's no such thing as perfect. There's no such thing as ideal. Hold your head high and be confident. You're smart and you know what you're doing, and you can accept challenges, and you can accept not receiving something while still being confident and assertive. It takes a lot of strength to detach from an ideal that is an ideal because of how much emotional fulfillment you feel it may give you. All right, Capricorn. I wish I could give you more positive feedback, but this is what the reading is giving me, so this is what is meant to be said. I hope you have a wonderful April. Try to hold your head high, and don't worry. I mean, this isn't a permanent mistake or problem or error, or however you may perceive it. All right, allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to grieve detachments from any ideals. Allow yourself to accept the shadow side of any circumstance, situation. All right, because all is well and all will be well. Okay? Have a wonderful month, Capricorn.